Hope all of you are fine and safe. We are back again with our online classes after a short summer break. So before the summer vacation, summer break, I have started a chapter, Refraction of Light, and we have discussed till, or I have explained till refractive index. So today we will continue from refractive index. Okay, so the four things we will discuss today. Number one is the relation between the refractive index and the speed of the light in the medium. Second one is the condition for no refraction. Third one is change in speed, direction and wavelength of light due to refraction. Fourth one is factors affecting the refractive index of the medium. So these four things we'll discuss it today. Now the first one is the relation between the refractive index and the speed of the light in a medium. So I have explained you about the term refractive index, and refractive index is symbolically denoted as mu, M-E-W, mu. So to find the relation between the refractive index and the speed of the light in medium, so we can write refractive index equals to C upon V. Refractive index mu equals to C upon V, and this C denotes the speed of the light in vacuum or air divided by speed of the light in medium. So medium can be a glass, it can be water, okay, it can be alcohol, any medium it can be. So therefore, to find the relation between the refractive index and the speed of the light in medium is written as mu equals to speed of the light in vacuum or air divided by speed of the light in medium. Or in a short form you can write here mu equals to C upon V. So this is the relation between the refractive index and the speed of the light in the medium. Now the second one, condition for no refraction. There are two conditions in which refraction of light does not take place. Number one is when the ray of light is incident normally at the separation of two media. That means when the ray of light falls at the boundary, okay, which is at the normal here. Let us consider M is the media which is the boundary which separates the two media. M dash is the normal. So when the ray of light is incident at the normal which separates the two media, okay, when the ray of light falls on the normal, so in that case there will be no refraction. So the ray of light passes to this normal, and after refraction also it passes to the normal itself. So there will be no any refraction, no bending of light takes place. Okay, it retraces its original path. That means it falls towards the normal and it goes back towards the normal. So no refraction takes place. So the first condition is there when the ray of light falls at the normal separating the two media, no refraction takes place. So in that case, the angle of incidence and angle of refraction will become 0. Second point is there when the refractive index are same. When the refractive index are same in two different media, in that case, no refraction takes place. Refraction does not take place when the refractive index are same in two different medium or two different media. So there are the two conditions in which no refraction of light takes place. Now the third one is change in speed, direction and wavelength of light due to refraction. So when the refraction occurs or when the refraction takes place, there will be a change in the speed of the light, direction of light as well as the wavelength of light. But the frequency always remains same. The frequency will always remain same. Now the first one is there when the light passes from one medium to another medium. That means either from radial medium towards the denser medium or from denser to radial medium. So when the ray of light passes from one medium to another medium, there will be the change in the speed of light. There will be the change in the speed of light, and that change in the speed of the light, causes the refraction of light. Okay, when there is a change in the speed of the light, there will be the change in the direction also, as well as when there is a change in the direction, diffraction of light takes place. Okay, and the second point is here. Now, second point is there, that is the greater the speed of the light, greater the speed of the light, greater will be the change in the direction of angle of incidence. Greater the speed of the light, more the speed of the light, greater will be the change in the angle of incidence. That means if I draw a line here, AO, this AO is the incident ray, okay, and the angle of incidence is the angle made by the incident ray with the normal is the angle of incidence, which is denoted as small letter I. And this angle of incidence will increase. This angle of incidence goes on increasing, okay, when the speed of the light increases. So increase in the speed of the light will increase the angle of incidence. Decrease in the speed of the light will decrease the angle of incidence. So that is the second point. Okay. Then the third one is when the ray of light passes from radial medium towards the denser medium. Radial medium means here, denser medium is water and glass. When the ray of light passes from radial medium to denser medium, there will be a decrease in the speed and the wavelength of light. There will be a decrease in the speed and the wavelength of light, because the speed of the light in glass and water is less as compared to the speed of the light in air. So therefore air is considered as the radial medium, glass and water is the denser medium. So when the ray of light passes from radial towards the denser medium, in that case both the speed and the wavelength of light will decrease, but the frequency remains same. Second one, the fourth one is here, when the ray of light passes from denser medium to radial medium. That denser medium towards the radial medium, in that case speed and the wavelength of light increases, but the frequency remains same. So these changes takes place during the refraction of light. There will be the change in the speed, there will be the change in the direction and wavelength of light during refraction when the ray of light passes from one medium to another medium. And the fourth one is the factors affecting the refractive index of the medium. Number one factor is the nature of the material of the medium. Nature of the material of the medium. Different types of glasses, okay, like let us consider the flint glass and the crown glass. Both of them are glass, but they have got a different refractive index. Refractive index are different. Though they are glasses, but the refractive index are different. Now, why the refractive index are different is that because they are made up of different chemical composition. They are made of different chemical composition. Chemical composition are different in two different glasses. So therefore, we can say that the refractive index are different for two different glasses. So this is the nature of the material of the medium. So depending upon the nature of the material of the medium, the refractive index of the medium will be different. The second one is the physical condition. Okay, the refractive index of a same substance changes. Refractive index of the same substances changes with the change in the density and temperature. So there are two different substances, two same substances are here, substances are same. Refractive index will change of those substances when there is a change in the density and the temperature. Okay, when there is a change in the density and the temperature, when the two similar substances have a different density and different temperature, in that case the refractive index will change. So therefore the refractive index of a same substance will change due to the change in the temperature and the density. And the third one is the wavelength of light. Okay, wavelength of light. So wavelength of light, let us consider these 7 different colors visual. VIBGYOR. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Okay, so when we write from violet onwards, okay, the wavelength increases, and violet has got a very least wavelength. Wavelength is very less. Okay, very less wavelength. And red has got more wavelength, maximum wavelength. Red has got maximum wavelength, violet has got less wavelength. So when we see this visible color, that is violet and red, violet has got a less wavelength. So when the wavelength is less, the bending of light will be more. Okay, bending of light will be more. So that means the color having a less wavelength will have got more refractive index. The refractive index, therefore, the refractive index of violet light is more, the refractive index of red light is less. So lesser the wavelength, lesser will be the bending of light. Okay, lesser will be the bending of light. So that means the wavelength of violet light is more, is less, sorry, and the wavelength of red light is more. So when the wavelength of red light is more, the refractive index will be less. So refractive index will be less, than the bending of light will be less. Okay. So as we know that refractive index, more the refractive index, more will be the bending of light. Lesser will be the refractive index, lesser will be the bending of light. So therefore, when we consider this 7 different colors, which we call it as the visible spectrum or the visible color, violet has got a least wavelength. So least wavelength means the refractive index is more, and when the refractive index is more, bending of light will be more. Understood? So therefore, red has got a less more wavelength. More the wavelength, lesser will be the refractive index, and lesser will be the bending of light. So therefore, the third one is wavelength of light. So more the wavelength, lesser will be the bending of light. Okay. So lesser the wavelength, more will be the bending of light. Or more the wavelength, lesser the refractive index, lesser the wavelength, more will be the refractive index. So these are the factors affecting the refractive index of the medium. So in the next class, we will discuss about the principle of reversibility of the light and the lateral dispersion.